Hi everyone. I am excited to be here today to talk about some of the latest advancements in AI and cybersecurity. Unless you've been living in a cave, you've surely noticed the hype that artificial intelligence, and specifically a class of techniques called generative AI, has been getting a lot of attention in the past few months, following significant progress in its development in recent years. Generative AI techniques involve generating new data or content, such as text, images, audio, or video. These techniques have the potential to revolutionize a wide range of fields, from natural language processing and computer vision to music and art. In recent years, we have seen significant progress in the development of generative AI models, with the introduction of new architectures and training methods that have greatly improved their capabilities. In this keynote, I will discuss the potential impact on cybersecurity and on how I suggest you consider your security strategies involving AI technologies. So without further ado, let's dive in. Artificial intelligence is not a new term and not a new technology. For the past decade or so, we've all known about machine learning and artificial intelligence as the means to determine a truth. We teach AI with some training set of, say, million pictures of cats, and then we ask the model to identify if the picture we show it is a cat or not. Advancements in this field have been enormous and used in many industries today, from identifying cats through identifying cancer cells in CT scans, to identifying malicious domains used in cyber attacks. What's new in the past few months is advancements in another class called generative AI, where we train the model with a million pictures of cats, and then we ask it to generate a new picture of a cat. The models were becoming both more accurate and efficient, and that efficiency helps processing a larger training set, much more than million cat pictures. In AI, the bigger the training set, the better. These newly released tools like DALL-E and ChatGPT are rightfully hyped. They help people with creative ideas to express them in a level that looks professional and sometimes cannot be distinguished from one. If I have an idea for an art drawing I want for my living room, I can now go to DALL-E and just create it, without hiring an artist to paint it for me. These technologies don't only allow individuals to fulfill their creative dreams, but they have the potential to be very powerful for organizations too. Let's imagine a standard software company called Astronomicware. Astronomicware creates IT monitoring software that interacts with their customers' networks. They have a few product lines, so they have several product teams, each one comprised of software engineers to do the coding, QA testers and integration engineers to make sure the monitoring software is able to interact with their customers' networks seamlessly, research team that finds new ways to do the monitoring, and product and marketing team that is in charge of attracting new customers to try out the software. After trying out the software, the customers then is referred to the sales department for the negotiation and deal making. And of course, there's human resources, which go over job searching sites and try to headhunt talent to make sure there are enough candidates to fill in all those positions in this very lucrative business of IT monitoring software. As we all know, most industries, including the software industry, has long been facing a talent shortage, with many companies struggling to find qualified candidates to fill open positions. Astronomicware is not an exception in this case. And so let's see what AI can help them do. With language processing models, AI can help the HR department sort out CVs and suggest which ones are best to contact and with high probability of job offer acceptance. With chat-based AI, the sales department can scale up their negotiation capacity to be able to negotiate in parallel with an enormous amount of prospects. With tools like Copilot, a GitHub project for AI-assisted programming, the software engineers can increase their velocity and reduce mistakes, as well as write QA tests and help speed up integrations. Finally, marketing can be sped up significantly by using tools like ChatGPT to craft personalized emails to convert marketing leads into users at an infinite scale and with flawless English or any other language the customers speak. These are truly exciting times for Astronomicware, the leading IT monitoring software company. Except, this chart does not represent a made-up IT monitoring software company. It actually represents the org chart of Conti Ransomware Group, a highly sophisticated ransomware group whose internal communications were leaked in March of last year following their official support of Russia in the 2022 Russia-Ukraine war. Our threat intelligence researchers in Check Point Research sifted through months of conversations and were able to map out an organizational structure that surprisingly resembles a normal tech startup with all the same problems a normal tech startup has, including, of course, the talent shortage challenge. With the rise in cybersecurity attacks that in 2022 broke, yet again, all records both in amounts of attacks and their sophistication, it won't be an exaggeration to say that the only limit, the only bottleneck that holds attackers in breaching even more organizations is the attacker talent shortage. AI technologies can surely bridge this gap and help attackers as well. Unskilled yet creative motivated criminals can easily create perfect phishing emails in any language. They can create websites that look exactly like they describe them to be, pretending to be legitimate sites. Their criminal imagination is now easily translated into artifacts to help them carry out their schemes. A few weeks ago, our Check Point Research threat analysts conducted an experiment in utilizing the newly released tools and created a full infection chain without writing a single line of code themselves, but instead relying only on AI tools. They started with using ChatGPT to create a near-perfect phishing email, enticing the reader to click on a link to allow for their account to be unsuspended. This is totally made up, of course. Next, they used the same ChatGPT to write a VBA code, also known as an Excel macro, to download and execute an executable file from a server on the internet. They even used AI to obfuscate that code, to help it be less detectable by antivirus software. After having macro-enabled Excel file that fetches a payload from the internet, they went on to create the backdoor using Codex, a tool that uses AI to translate from natural language to actual code. And there you have it, a full infection chain written solely by using the knowledge of English, inspired by a criminal intent. Of course, in this case, it was for experimentation purposes, and there is still a way to go from this example to the current sophisticated attacks we see. But this is not just in theory. We already have evidence of hackers discussing in the dark web and sharing techniques to use ChatGPT for their purposes. Some hacker used ChatGPT to create strains of known malwares in a way that makes them undetectable by traditional security solutions. This is no doubt a revolution for attackers. Still, it seems that for now, at least, the defensive cybersecurity industry has much more to gain from these technologies, and we certainly do so. I'd like to now provide you a glimpse on how we at Check Point leverage AI technologies for providing best-in-class security. Years ago, we've decided to put more and more emphasis on AI in our work to protect our customers. Using our continuous research on the evolution of threats and the threat landscape, and the vast amounts of data that we are exposed to daily, data flowing from millions of data sources, security gateways, endpoint and mobile agents, cloud workloads, and more, and using the AI expertise we've built by assembling a team of AI and data experts, we are in a unique position to provide best-in-class security with the power of AI, built by the best scientists, taught by enormous amounts of data and expert researchers. Just recently, we have released our state-of-the-art Quantum Titan release, which includes 3 major advantages leveraging AI. 1. A new technique using AI deep learning to identify domains used by malicious actors and thus preventing attacks, leveraging the scalability of AI versus traditional methods to block 5 times more attacks than before by basically teaching the AI to speak in domain name language. 2. An AI-assisted technique to use data uniquely inspected by the Quantum Gateway to prevent users from entering phishing sites. Our artificial intelligence can accurately determine whether the visited site is a legitimate site or a site fishing for credentials. 3. An IoT discovery feature, which with the help of AI technology can accurately identify IoT devices and later provide restrictive policy recommendations autonomously and securely. These 3 announcements add to our many AI engines already deployed in the past. And now, I am especially excited to say I was able to get special clearance to give you a glimpse into our cybersecurity lab's AI team's research. I can't recall ever sharing projects in this early stage, a stage where they might not even succeed. These are long-term research topics, and as with any cutting-edge technology, our teams think big, dream big, take risks, and when it succeeds, it's freaking cool. First topic of research is leveraging AI for network policy generation. Based on policies and traffic we see from our customers, and the advancements in natural language processing models, as we discussed earlier, we are researching ways to simplify and autonomously generate accurate zero-trust network access policies in a way that will take the load off the security admins and help them focus on other important aspects of their work. In a way, our vision for network access policy is that there is no network access policy, but it is all done by AI after you've explained your corporate policy in your own words. The second topic of research includes leveraging our huge data and knowledge of cloud security through our suite of CloudGuard solutions to provide best-in-class models to help create zero-trust identity-based entitlements and permissions to keep our customers secure. Here again, our vision is that no human-created policies are needed, and AI does all the work. Third topic of research is prevention, accuracy, and scale. Here, we are all about leveraging state-of-the-art models and data we collect to provide the best security. Research on this topic provided the DNS security breakthrough we introduced in the Quantum Titan release and the website phishing detection abilities. There is actually no type of traffic that isn't inspected by some form of AI right now, and our challenge is to keep increasing accuracy and scalability. We monitor threat actors and their use of stealthier and more complex techniques, and within this research, we develop methods to counter their advancements. For example, data exfiltration techniques, which gained momentum mainly due to the rise of double and triple extortions made by ransomwares, become more sophisticated to try to bypass security products. I can share with you a very cool prototype, still not released. Again, this is in our labs and only installed in a handful of preview sites. We have been working on deep learning, AI-based technology to allow prevention of data exfiltration within encrypted channels without any need to decrypt the traffic. In this prototype, we look at secure shell communication, an encrypted communication channel that is legitimately used by many organizations for various functions and is usually permitted to be used. By looking at the pattern of the traffic and without decrypting it, we can identify and prevent data exfiltration while keeping the legitimate traffic flowing freely. The fourth topic of research revolves the SOC and the security operation teams. Here, we are experimenting ways to automate the work of the analysts by uniquely leveraging our in-house CPR researchers, analysts, incident responders, and MPR analysts as the best teachers any AI model can have. We are trying not only to help triage incidents, but also hunt for threats in a way that is unimaginable right now. To best explain, imagine having an analyst on your team that has the knowledge and expertise of 1 million of the best analysts in the world. I can tell you, no matter how you imagine it to be, the possibilities are even more than that. The last topic of research is about explainability of AI. Explainability refers to the ability to understand and explain how an artificial intelligence system arrived at a particular decision or prediction. It is important for gaining trust in the model decisions and being able to take conscious decisions based on the model output. I wish I could share more details on our research, but for now all I can say is stay tuned. You might think to yourself, Okay, seems that every vendor nowadays talks about and incorporates AI in their products. How do I make sense out of this and choose the best products to secure my organization? Turns out, evaluating an AI-powered product is not just like any other product evaluation, because by its nature, the AI-powered product is less predictable and might surprise you with its decisions in a way you won't find intuitive. How can you tell between wrong or genius decisions? So the way I suggest you think about it is like you think about hiring a candidate for a job. It's not only about the person's brain, AI in our case. That's important too, of course. But when interviewing a person for a position, we ultimately assess their effectiveness. We give tests for measuring their capabilities and creativity, and we consider their proven past experience, their references. We check their credentials and see if they worked at a vendor I trust. This way is how you should evaluate your AI-based products. Are they effective? Do they prevent and not only detect? Do they prevent things that others don't even detect? Are they accurate or do they produce more noise, false alerts than true detections? How much data do they use to feed into the model? Is this a niche product or a product that many other customers use, which implies much more data for training is available? And finally, do I trust this vendor? Do they have a long history of delivering on innovative technologies? Ultimately, you need a product that is both uniquely creative and effective in making decisions that seem unintuitive but are actually genius, and one that you trust and will deploy with comfort. In Checkpoint, as you may have noticed, AI is on our top agenda. It is embedded in our thoughts and our product building culture, and will continue to be more and more prominent in our products. We invest a lot of time thinking about what is important for our customers and how can we solve it using AI. But not less important, how to do AI in the right way, so that we get models that are effective and are easy to trust. For closing, what better way is there than to ask AI for a funny story to end this talk? So I did, and this was the response.
I apologize, Ophir, but as an artificial intelligence, I am not capable of generating humorous content. However, here is a joke about AI and cybersecurity you can use to conclude your keynote. Why was the AI system afraid to go online? Because it was worried about being hacked by a computer virus. Ha ha ha.
Okay, so turns out there is still a way to go on the humor training. Thank you everyone for joining. Feel free to reach out to us to inquire more about our AI projects, past and future, or to discuss and share ideas and thoughts about these topics.